want to get off Facebook anyway. Oh, Black Box Radio. God, wow, we've had a time. You already know. Technology is not playing with me tonight. We're a little late, but it's not because we weren't here. It's because technology said you're not here. But now we're really here. This is Black Box Radio. We are in the box. This is the bbR pop up. So we're talking about something relevant, something's about to go down, or it just happened. So this didn't just happen. Trust me. What we're going to talk about tonight. So it is relevant though, and it's going down. The opening exhibit is on Saturday. So, but first, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Queen. I am a host at Black Box Radio. We are a media platform illustrating Black excellence. We platform Black people. We expose the world to Black genius, and we absolutely disseminate information to the Black community and other communities also. But it's so much better and so much more authentic when it comes from Black by Black. So that's what we do. 8-9 times a month. Check us out. We are blackboxradio.com. That's our webby. Then you can get in touch with us at blackboxradio@gmail.com. Please hit us up, talk to us, tell us what you like, what you don't like. We want to hear it all. So tonight, since we're a little late, we jumping right in. Real talk. We ain't got no time to play. This is Hat Wednesdays. I got my I'm rapping the O's, y'all. I got that camo O's joint on. It's about to be baseball season. I'm not a baseball fan, but this joint right here is real lit. It's fire. So I got my O fire on. You see my little, I don't know if y'all can see my little O, my little camo O, gold edition. I'm doing big things tonight. So I just wanted to say that it's Hat Wednesday. So I'm chilling tonight. I'm with my brother. I'm with Anson ASAKA. So I can say hi to the people, bro.
What's up? How are y'all doing tonight?
So we got Anson. Anson is having a exhibit. He is an artist, guys. He's a professional, but he got some bad hands. I'm telling you, it ain't a two-piece. It's a pen to the paper or a pencil to the paper. He's an artist, a visual artist. So he puts out art, and he's curating the ASAKA Gallery is curating a open house on Saturday. That's what we're here to talk about. But first, Anson, of course, people always, you got to rep where you from in Baltimore, or if you're not from Baltimore, where you from, where you went to school. We want to know a little bit about you first. Then we're going to jump into the opening joint.
Okay. Well, before I even get started, I want to thank you, provide for giving me this opportunity to talk to your audience. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your content, period, like all the powerful guests you have on here, speaking to people that need to have the exposure that they don't get from mainstream media. True. It's great Absolutely. To have Black media so that we can have our voices out here. So I appreciate this opportunity. Can't thank you enough for the opportunity. Just a little bit.
That's how you start, bro. That's how you start, bro. That's how you start. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, in terms of my background, I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I was raised in Detroit. I went to Howard for undergrad and studied political science. After Howard in DC, I went to Rutgers Law School in Newark, New Jersey, and to study law, and I got unlicensed to practice law here in Maryland and DC and other jurisdictions. I'm currently a civil rights attorney. I handle a wide range of different civil rights matters, but I've always had a passion for art since I was a little kid. I've been into drawing and painting, and one of my biggest inspirations was my uncle. Like my uncle was a commercial artist, and he would regularly be painting, using oil paint, like painting different pieces and stuff like that. And that got me interested in painting, period. And then, my mother bought me my first paint set, like, with all the oil paints and all this.
Yeah.
And that. So that was like really the groundwork that like really inspired me to get into art. And as a kid, like people always told me that they liked my artwork, and it's just something that I've been doing since then. There was a period where I stopped drawing for like over 10 years. I stopped drawing and painting and stuff. And just to get into that a little bit, like I would take my daughter to the Baltimore Museum of Art, And when we would go there, we work on various art projects with the instructor. And, I was just playing around, like drawing something. And one of the art instructors said, your artwork is really good. You really need to draw and paint every day. And that really inspired me to get back into this craft. And since then, I've been like, I'm determined to, express myself through my art too.
That's amazing. So that's what's up. So you went up to the museum and put a little fire to the pad, and they was like, listen, let me tell this brother he need to do something with that. So you went up there showing out. What you doing?
Yeah, I wasn't even like, I was just playing around. Like I was with my daughter drawing some stuff and doing some stuff. And that person really, I can't thank that person enough for like inspiring me to get back into my craft. I think one of the great things about life is when you realize your purpose in life, when you had that self-actualization. And that's part of why I'm here. Like, I think that this skill is not by coincidence, it's by design. It's a gift.
It's a gift.
It's, I think it's wrong to like not use that gift. So like, I really regret like missing out on those years, but I'm making the most out of the years that I have.
Yeah, you're making the most. It's every few months I'm in a gallery with you, damn it. So you doing big things. I love it. Because we was at the Blacks and Wax, and you blew that out, and that was really, really nice. So I'm so looking forward to the reception. I'm so looking forward. I hope I can get in the door. I heard it sold out. So I know how you do me, Anson. I'll be sitting on the steps. Don't do me like that, bro. Let the box come in. Don't do that.
Yeah, we got you, definitely.
All right. So it's Saturday. What's going down on Saturday? Let's talk about the Black Queen. That's what we're here for. The Black Queen.
Right. So the exhibition is called The Black Queen in All Her Splendor and Glory. And I decided to schedule it for Women's History Month, celebrating women in general, but I wanted to recognize Black women. Yes. And part of what inspired me to do this is, I went to Paris, and I went to all the sites. Like I went to to the Palace at Versailles, and I went to the Louvre, and I saw all these images of all these white women. Like they had white women celebrated and elevated, and I thought to myself, like, where is the Black equivalent of this? Like, where is the museum dedicated to Black women, or showcasing and highlighting and celebrating Black women to the same degree that these other people celebrate Black women? So I decided that I'm going to do a show where I highlight and celebrate Black women, especially given the toxic environment that we often see on social media. Absolutely. Where you have misogyny being popularized, where it is popular to bash Black women, attack Black women. And it makes me just think about what Malcolm X said about Black women being the least
not protected
and respected. Yep. So I'm like, I want to use my art to make a difference and to celebrate our women, to celebrate our mothers, our sisters, our wives, our girlfriends, all the women in our life that have a huge impact on our lives. So that's what this show is about. It's about celebrating Black women in their full glory, showing all the different aspects of Black women as scientists, Black women as entertainers, Black women as athletes, Black women as lawyers. All the different dimensions of Black women are going to be celebrated in this exhibition.
I ain't mad at you, damn it. Let me tell you something. I'm a Black woman, and listen, I am not mad at that. But it's just, and being a Black woman, of course, that's a beautiful thing. We love to be celebrated. That is something that is missing in society in a lot of ways. We're always talked about in either from our body to, it's not a lot of positivity with Black women. We're doing a lot of great things in society, most educated. We've started the most small businesses. We're excelling, and we hear more about what we're not than what we are. And it is just, and that's really particularly to the Black race, let's be clear. But I mean, we're talking about Black women tonight, because I'm not negating the Black man struggle, because there is a struggle there also. But definitely Black women, it is good to hear that something is just for us, something is just to platform us, something is just saying we appreciate, affirmation from Black men is what we look for. That's what makes us move. We want to be affirmed by Black men, by our Black family. But for you to do this at the beginning of March, which is Women History Month, at the end of the 28-day Black History Month, so it fits right in. You know what I'm saying? It's a real good fit. But when you go to Paris, them white women be naked. I know you ain't gonna have no naked Black women at the cat see you. Talk to me, bro.
No, it's not gonna be. No, it's not like that. But they also, like, in addition to, like, I mean, they do have nude images of women,
yes,
in those museums and stuff like that. But they also have all these different images where they're honoring their women. Like, they show women as courageous. Like, I saw this one big painting where it features this woman on a war scene, in a war scene and stuff like that. And she's like as some kind of hero. And I'm like, I want to see something like that of our Black women, because our women are courageous. And, like, part of what this thing is about is celebrating the courage of our women, like the courage of our civil rights activists.
Yes.
The courage of a person like Assata Shakur, who I see as a modern day Harriet Tubman. So it's like, I'm celebrating that, because, like, in this society, what we see is that Black women are, like, objectified for the most part. They're just viewed, a lot of times they're limited to just, like, their sexual image in terms of popular culture. And I wanted to do something to show that our women are beyond that, are not just sexy or just, beautiful and stuff like that. They have many different aspects to them. And that's what this whole thing is about. It's about, and I just think about my mother, like, how, like, my life wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for my mother. Like, my mother had faith in me when nobody did. Like, when people were willing to write me off and say, well, he and I won't go into all the details, but she had faith in me. And because of that, I am the person that I am today. And so, like, that's just one example. And it's like so many examples of what Black women have done for me personally, and just for the community as a whole, as a collective. We have to celebrate our women and recognize them. If we don't celebrate our own, who will?
Who will?
I mean, so that's what this is about. And
I
it's
love
like,
that. I love that. That is like it. It's like you said something like you went in and you saw women who were they had pictures of their being courageous and being great in so many spaces. But you went to Paris. So I think a lot of times, that's what people do. They put their own women on pedestals. And that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and they should.
It makes sense.
And they should. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. But the problem with us is we're not putting our own women on pedestals. We're objectifying, and it's not only just men, because Black women use what God rightly gives us as body and shape and just which rightfully is ours. I call it that magic 8, brother Asaka. You know about that 8. Don't act like you don't know about that 8. So, what God naturally gives us, and we utilize it sometimes to get farther. And then you see the rest of the world is changing their bodies to what naturally usually happens into a Black woman's body. So the body is the most important thing. We live in a very shallow world, And so when you go to Paris and they have their women on the walls and they have spaces for their women, we got to find a way to have spaces for our own, for Black women. And that's what artists should do. That's what rappers should do. All artists, all art should have a safe space for Black women. And I don't see that. And I really appreciate you even observing that, because you didn't have, that takes a lot of observation. And to come back and say, listen, I'm going to do this and I'm going to paint you. So you're painting each painting, right? For this. This is not old stuff. Is this all new stuff? How's this?
Right. Yeah. So this is all new art. Like, every piece that is going to be included in this exhibition is completely new. And most of the pieces people have not seen yet. I haven't posted anything on social media other than the series that I've been doing during Black History Month. So during
Okay.
Black History Month, I was painting a different picture just about every other day. So I painted a different
Yeah, I saw
historical Black
that.
woman. And so that's just the tip of the iceberg. I've done a lot of pieces that have not been put on social media yet. Like I had no one has seen them except for people that have been to my house. And these are big pieces. A lot of them are big pieces. Like most of
Okay.
them are at least 3 feet by 4 feet. So,
Really?
I'm
Wow.
really looking forward to showing these pieces. And that's one of the
Yeah.
hard things. Like I'm so used to creating pieces and then showing everybody what I've created. And I've only shown one piece that is going to be featured in that, other than the small ones that I've been doing every day during Black History Month. And that's the piece that's on the actual flyer. And that's a painting of Lupita Nyong'o,
Mm-hmm.
the great actress, beautiful
Yes.
actress and everything. So it's celebrating that. And that's another thing that this thing is about, celebrating, the different complexions of Black women. Like
Yes.
often in society, like there's a preference or like a overemphasis on lighter skinned women and stuff
Get
like
closer
that.
to white as
Right.
possible.
Yeah. I mean, because of like, the white supremacist programming where we're taught
Mm-hmm.
that white is right and light is better and more beautiful. So this is about celebrating Black women in all their complexions and, all their dimensions and stuff. And so that's the one piece that I did show that I used on the flyer, and I'll show it to people now who haven't
Yeah, show them.
seen it. But it's
Oh,
this
it's
piece right
here.
here.
Look at that. You did that.
Yeah, that's
Well, do you sketch it first or you just go in with paint from the beginning?
yeah. So what I do, that's an oil painting. So what I usually do is I do a sketch in pencil. Like I
In
draw it in
pencil.
pencil,
Okay.
just to make sure it's right to the right scale and everything, and then I paint. And the thing is, like what I usually have been doing is like once I get off from work, I spend a certain amount of time every day on these paintings. So it's like been
Mm.
a labor of love. Like one of the things that I like about my like doing art is that my art is for a purpose. Like, there's some people that just create for the sake of creating,
Mm-hmm.
for their own self-centered reasons. They just create art for their own sake. But my art is with a purpose, just like my last uh, exhibition dealing with police brutality, revolution
Yes.
on canvas, dealt with social justice issues. And this, again, is about celebrating our women. And, this comes at a time where you can barely listen to any rap's album without hearing women referred to in derogatory terms and in
That's so true.
disrespectful terms. And then it's not even just the men referring to women that way.
It's the
It's the
women.
women that refer to themselves that way and
Absolutely.
glorify and promote that image. So I just want to counteract that with this. That's part of what this is about as well.
That's very interesting. Is this all like national celebrities? Do you guys? Because we got some bad heroes in Baltimore, some Black women who are just fire. You got your host is actually fire. So is this? Mama K. Let's get it. Let's don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
So yeah, are you? And then you got some. We're going to talk about your actual guests there also. But is this something that includes local genius or local greatness, or is this just like a celebrity or people that have done amazing things in history? Women.
Yeah, so most of them are historical figures and
Okay.
famous people and
Okay.
celebrities that have done great things in their various careers. But I do have I have two paintings of local Black women. It's actually going to be more than two. It's one additional one, but
Okay.
I'll keep that one under wraps. But I have two paintings of local Black women heroes as I see them. And I've
Really?
invited them as special guests. And one of them is Tawanda. Tawanda, who's
Yeah,
been
that's my
active with
sister warrior. Yes.
the sister that's been involved with the
West
West
Wednesday.
movement. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
West Wednesdays, fighting hard for justice for victims of police brutality, like
And her brother
relentless. This
Tyrone
sister
West.
is there like every Wednesday
Every Wednesday.
protesting against police brutality.
Yep.
So she's a hero, like in my mind. I recognize her as a hero.
Absolutely.
She's one of the women that I included in this exhibition, and she will be a special guest. And I also have a painting of Erica Bridgeford, who has been, who's with Baltimore Peace Movement. One of the, so yeah, formerly Baltimore Ceasefire.
Yeah.
And so, I have a painting of her. Her work is very important in this city. She's about trying to bring a peace in the city, in a city that has been plagued by violence for years, like every other year. Just for the past at least 6 years, over 300 people have been murdered in this city. And she's one of the people who are trying to actually do something about it instead of actually just complaining about the problem. So I have the utmost respect for these two sisters, and I have paintings dedicated to those sisters. And at the exhibition, I'll have a special unveiling of those paintings.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I'm really looking forward to that aspect, because one of the things that's very important is for us to recognize people while they are amongst us. Like, too often what happens is we want to love people when they're no longer here, when they pass away. Then everybody wants to celebrate them and recognize them. So this is about honoring the heroes amongst us now. Like, why not honor them now? Give them their flowers now. And that's what this is about. And this whole thing, this exhibition is primarily focused on the living. Even though I have the great respect for our ancestors, we often worship, honor the dead instead of honoring those who are alive amongst us.
That's so true, right?
So that's what this is about, man. Like, most of the people featured are living Black queens. And, I want to just go into that title of queen. Like, it's just a showing of respect to our sisters, man. It's not like you're on a throne or something like that. It's about showing respect. It's like, and I find that some people take issue with using terms like queen.
I know. I live it every day. I live it every day.
These same people don't have any issue with the N word or the B word or the H word. They don't have any issue with that because our minds have been warped because of this program that we have. So yeah, that's what it's about. So I will be honoring local women too.
Look at you, killing the game out here. Look at you. You're correct though. People, if somebody call you boo boo, like my name is Queen, I hear that. I'm like, you're not Queen. That's the first thing we say to you, and then to celebrate that. There's nothing wrong with that, and we should have names that emulate our greatness. All of us. We've been renamed just because our names meant something, and it was grounded in culture and in who we were. So the names mean something. That was one of the biggest things, is to change your name. and that changes everything. So it's very important what you call yourself or who you are, because that's important. You embody that. So it's important for, I think, when Black women are queens and our men are kings, and that's what it is. And we got prince and princesses. That's what we are. And so it's important for that. So you are really calling the card. You're showing out tonight, Anson. You got all the women happy. We smiling. We love to be. It's so nice to be appreciated. It is nice to be appreciated, but it's nice to see other women who've made such amazing moves in history, who's actually work for our people and who are continuing to work for our people, that they get their flowers, that we're talking about them, we're emulate them. They're going on canvas. This is an actual exhibit. I hope it goes farther than Baltimore. I hope you can take it farther. So the Katsia Gallery, what is that? Is that Black owned? Is that what is that?
So actually, that is not a Black owned gallery. It's a gallery in Towson. It's a gallery in Towson, Maryland. It's like right off of York Road in Towson. It's right near, it's like right in the downtown area of Towson. It's really close. It's like right up the street from me. It's not that far.
It's not that far.
I live in the city, but it's not that far from where I live.
Was that?
I would love to have it in a Black gallery. Like I would love to have my events only in Black galleries. And I reached out to different places and all that kind of stuff, but this is how it's turned out. But
Okay.
it's a great venue. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, we do need to support our own. And part of supporting your own is like actually showing, like one of the things that I did, like all the entertainment are Black women. It's Black women.
All right.
And,
Let's get into
so
that.
it's like we're going to
Let's
have,
get
and I
into
want to
that.
just, yeah, so let's talk about that for a
Yeah,
second.
let's
So we're
get
going
into
to have,
that.
so we're going to have an amazing poet, the sister Rebecca Dupas. She's an award-winning poet, known in the region, not just in Baltimore. So I'm really looking forward to hearing her poetry. She's powerful. So that's going to be a great experience. And then we also have a singer, Kim Holloway. She will be performing.
Oh,
And
wow.
also the Storage Collective Unit. They'll be performing as well. And both of those artists perform regularly at Motor House in Baltimore. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then we also will have a praise dancer as well at the beginning. And then this event will be hosted by Mama K, as you mentioned earlier. And Mama K is amazing. You know, she's a great host, great person, period. Great spirit, great energy. You know, she's passionate and funny at the same
Very
time.
funny.
So she's great. And I had to shout you out again for like recommending her for the first event. Like she really knocked
She's
the
a
ball out of
perfect
the
fit.
park with that. She was perfect, and I appreciate that.
No problem. That is a perfect marriage. That is the place for Mama K. She's passionate. She's very Black centered. And she is incredibly hilarious. Y'all better be ready because your teeth's gonna be out. She's funny. So she's all of that. And she's a mom in the community. A lot of respect to her and the work that they're doing at Womb Work. You know, the utmost respect to what they're pouring into our community for over 30 years. Her and Mama Rashida, and they're just amazing people. And I'm just so excited. I was so excited to be a part of this. Like, I was like, let me call Anson up because, I don't want to get to you on air. We're going to talk off air because, I got to talk to you a little. But when you be having these events, I'm going to need you to call the box because this event, I saw the Black Queen. I'm like, whoa, where did he get this? But this started when you went to Paris. So now we got a little backstory of how this came about. So you have daughters. So this is beautiful. You're a girl dad. So you're a girl dad. So what do you think your daughter? How do your daughters feel about you doing something like this?
Well, I mean, I hope that my younger daughter, I hope that they really appreciate it. I think that my daughter does appreciate it. First of all, my daughters are also featured in this exhibition. I did a painting of both of them together.
Oh, that's so nice.
So yeah, this is really personal. Like, and I also have two paintings of my mother in this. So it's not just about these celebrities and stuff. I have two paintings of my mother.
Beautiful.
I can't do something about Queens without featuring my mother. Like, my mother is the Black queen, the mother queen in my mind. So
absolutely.
Yes. And then my daughters are queens on the rise. So I had to recognize them together. So I'm really looking forward. This is like the first time I've had like personal type of pieces in any art exhibition. Okay. Yeah. So these are like really intimate type of photo paintings.
Okay. So this is a little personal. Well, yeah, you got queens in your life. So, that's what's up. So your mom has two. All right. So what else should we expect?
Yeah. So you should expect you can expect the unexpected. Like some of the paintings.
I love it.
Yeah. Like some of the paintings, like, I think people are going to be surprised by some of the stuff.
Okay.
I really put my heart into this. Like, it's been a long process, a long road, but it's been well worth it. Our sisters are worth it. They need to be respected and honored. And I don't see, I'm not aware of any other artists, at least in this area, focusing solely on women in an exhibition, like a Black male artist focusing solely on women. And I could be mistaken, but I wanted to do something for our women. It's like, we often hear say her name, and stuff like that. Like people talk about like how women's voices and concerns are not being addressed or focused on. And I just wanted to help make a difference in that area and focus on our women for once. Like let our sisters have their time under the sun. Put the crown on their head for a change.
That's beautiful, because I posted something today. I was scrolling. I get so much information, and during the pandemic, there was an uptick on killings of Black women. More Black women were killed during the pandemic than ever in this country, and these are things that we're not hearing because Black women are not centered in this society, and so we're having these issues. And then a lot of the violence in community now is Black women are being killed by men, and so this is something that, to celebrate a woman, because a lot of times we put ourselves in harm's way, and we got to watch that also. But also we're being hunted also, and some men can't take rejection. Some of that happens. That we got some very fragile male out here. We live in a fragile male society, so those type of behaviors will happen. But we really had we have some numbers that are very scary for Black women from the pandemic, of the deaths and the amount of murders that Black women have going through during these times when we should have been inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all murder should have went down. But it shows that if you have a society that is in chaos, it doesn't matter what goes on environmentally, that murders will continue because of the chaos in society. So it doesn't stop. So you have a viral condition, and then you go out and you're getting shot and murdered. It's really hard to hear, and the violence that's going on in community. So to have an exhibition that shows love, it shows appreciation, I cannot wait. And then you got all Black women performers. I cannot wait. I'm going to soak it up. So not everyone can come because it's sold out, ain't it, bro? You G'd up. You can't get in, can you?
Yeah, so I'm going to make an effort to accommodate anyone who shows up to the event. Like, hopefully we'll be able to accommodate everyone. Like, so we're going to do what we can to accommodate everyone. Because, I just want to make sure that everyone has a chance to see it. And then also, it's not just for one day. I just want people to understand it's for the entire month of March. So if you're not able to make it to the reception, you can visit the gallery at another time during the month of March. The gallery is not open on Monday, but it's open all other days. Monday and Sunday it's not open, but other days during the week it's open. So people have the opportunity to see the artwork. But I encourage people to come to the reception if you're able, because it's going to be great. You're going to have free entertainment, a free event, free refreshments. I mean, what more can you ask for? Then celebrating our sisters. I mean, come on.
I'm telling you, Tuesday through Saturday, y'all better get in there. If you can't get to the open reception, then please, Tuesday through Saturday, support Black creatives. That's what we're here to do. Support art. Art is the oxygen that we need to live. We cannot do without it. It colors our life. Even in wherever you do, when you get a new house, the first thing you want to do is get some art. You want to put something on your walls, whether it be paintings or an object. It colors our life. Behind Asaka's head is a piece of art. So so there's always art somewhere. I got art in here. I don't have Asaka's art in here, but we're not going to talk about that. But I do have art in the studio. So we have to support our creatives, and especially when they're creating images of you. Just like he said, he went to a European country and there was nothing emulating you. We have to emulate ourselves. We have to put ourselves on canvas. We got to find a place for ourselves. So we have to support that. And that is something that has to be supported. And listen, come out. It's Saturday, right? Anson, it's Saturday, March
right, Saturday 3rd, at 3 p.m.
At 3 p.m.
Right. And then also, like, I wanted to say real quick is, like, on the flip side of that, like I talked about the Paris experience, but when I went to Ghana, I saw all these beautiful images of Black people. And I was like, it just made me feel like at home. Like, I felt like those images is something that we need. Like, we need to see more images. It's like something about being in this Western, basically white dominated world,
Yes.
where most of the images that we see are these Eurocentric images. So it's like, I want us to see more images of ourselves, so that we can love ourselves and appreciate ourselves and appreciate our women. So yeah, so that's what this.
That's important. You know, if you don't center yourself, then what are you centering? You're centering something else. So it's very important that you look at yourself, center yourself. You see yourself. It's very important that children see themselves, see what they can be. And you need to see yourself on a wall being emulated in a beautiful way, because you're beautiful. God makes us all here for a reason, and we all are beautiful. And we all aren't the same. I think if we always said, we would complain about that. So now that we are different, then we set up social constructs around being different, which makes no sense. But really, when you break all of the skin down, we're all the same. You know, so I think that what you're doing is admirable. That's why I had to have you on, because listen, this is Women History Month. I want y'all to understand, ain't nothing but women gonna be on here this month, Black women. But we had to let this Black man start us out, because see, he's centering us. So I let him come on in here. He got a pass. He got a day pass, yo. I gave Anson a day pass today because he has this exhibit that is in the opening house is on March 3rd, and I wanted him to come in and talk about it. But this month we are having all women as interviews and all Black women. I made it's Women History Month, but this is Women Black History Month at BlakBoXX Radio, because you know we are Black centered, we Black. So we're centering Black people all the time. We do this 365. We don't have no certain month for that. So all women this month. But we starting this month with my brother right here, because he's centering us, and we got to give him a little day pass, because he got the Black Queen show, and I'm just so excited about it. I'm like, I cannot wait to see what you did, and it's all new. I thought you was gonna recycle some stuff, because at your other show you had Sandra Bland, but she was still, you know, you had a few women, but this one you said all new. I can't, man. This was what's up.
Yeah, there's no recycling here. No
recycling. How long does it take you to get ready for something like this?
So I created these pieces over a year, because these are like, you know, they're sizable pieces, and you know, it's not like I'm just an artist. Like I work, you know, I'm an attorney, so I spend a lot of time doing that, my day job, whatever. So it takes longer. So yeah, it's been over a period of time, and again, it's all new stuff. The only pieces people have seen are my Black History series that I've been doing, posting women every day. But yeah, I hope that everybody enjoys it, and we will be recognizing our local sisters, our queens right here. So yeah, so come out.
My girl Tawanda and Erica. They are warriors in Baltimore. Let me make y'all understand. We're not talking about no regular girls right here. These are sister warriors. So I can't wait. I'm gonna have my camera out, get all the pictures I can get. Anson, I can roam the spot, right? I can move around, right? You know the box.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I want to be able to roam around, get some pictures of my sisters, and I'm very excited about Rebecca DePass. I want to meet her. I want to talk to her. So I'm excited to. All of it. So what do you expect? Because, you know, I'm not an artist, and a lot of us aren't. What do you expect from something like this? Is this something that you, when it's done, what do you do with these big old pictures, these big old paintings? Where do they go?
So one thing that I want to say, like all of the artists for sale, every piece that is, well, just about every piece, they're personal pieces that I mentioned before that are not for sale.
Okay,
even if somebody was like, I offer you $1 million, I'll be like, no.
Right, you can paint another one. I'm like, give me that milli. Give me that milli.
I can paint another one.
Yeah, you can paint painted it. Get that milli.
Yeah, but for the most part, everything is for sale except for those pieces.
Okay.
So, you know, if people are art collectors, this is the place to come to collect Black art. You know, celebrating our women and celebrating the Black artists and stuff. So, yeah, a lot of the pieces are for sale. But you know, if they're not sold during this exhibition, they'll be available online for sale as well.
And where is that? Where are they available? If something's online, where would you
So
go?
I encourage people. I'm in the process of building my website,
Okay.
and hopefully I'll be able to announce it soon. But I'm in the process of building that. But people can follow me on Instagram at the ASAKA Gallery, and that's ASAKA, and there's an underscore between each word. If you follow me there, you will see a lot of my artwork. None of the pieces for the exhibition are up yet. But you can follow me there. And if you see a piece that you're interested in, just let me know and I'll be happy to sell those pieces. Also, I'm here on Facebook as well. I have a page, the ASAKA Gallery, and I post my art there. And a lot of people actually purchase my art online. Like a lot of people will see a piece and they will ask me how much it is or if it's available for sale. So I continue to sell my art year round. I create the art for the purposes that I mentioned before, but I also sell the art as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they would go to your Instagram, the ASAKA Gallery, or your Facebook
Yes.
to see the art. Okay. So when it comes to like this, what you're doing, are you looking to exhibit your skills? Is this a way to continue to build your skill set and also inspire? I'm sure, but what's the impact?
Yeah. So I hope the impact is to make people reflect upon things. Like with my last exhibit dealing with police brutality, I wanted people to reflect on the problem of police brutality. And I actually wanted to encourage people to get involved in the movement by joining organizations that are actually doing the work. So that's why at that particular show, I had different organizations speak at that event.
Yeah.
And, so one of the ways that we can support things and make a difference is by joining organizations. It's not enough to sit on the sidelines and complain on social media. We have to actually get involved. So that was one of the purposes behind that. And one thing that I wanted to point out about that event is that a portion of the sales of any art dealing with police brutality went to those organizations.
Oh, wow.
And that continues to be the case. So a lot of those pieces some of those pieces are still available for sale, and the proceeds, a portion of them go to those different organizations such as the West Wednesdays movement,
Yes.
Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle, the local NAACP, etc. So it's about making a difference. So with this, it's about psychological impact, like the impact of seeing powerful, positive images of our women. And I
Yes.
think that the greatness of that is immeasurable because we know about the toxic images that our people have been bombarded with. We are familiar with, the dial test that was conducted where they put dials in front of children and they were asked which one is the beautiful dial, which one is the smart dial. And they constantly pointed to, these are Black children pointing to that white image as the beautiful dial, as the smart one. And we have to end that. And we have to teach our people that they can accomplish what they will. There are no limitations on you. I mean, we need to have a positive mindset because our mindset often creates our manifest reality. And that's what this is about, having these positive images of our women, our images of our women as judges, images of our women as vice president, as, and as the first lady, all of these kinds of images. Images of our women as scientists, as astronauts and doctors. These are the images that our women and our young girls in particular need to see instead of just these low vibrational type of images of our women. So that's what it's about. Like, I think that the psychological impact is very important, and that's part of what this whole thing is about.
That's most important. I'm glad that's the impact because inspiration and being able to show another side of Black woman from a Black man. That means so much. Anyone can draw someone else, but it comes from one of us. A man, and he's actually putting what he thinks about a Black woman on canvas. This is final. This is a final depiction at that moment of what he thought of that person, and that's amazing. And all of them are women, and I'm like stoked. I'm happy. I'm glad this is being done. I hope some other artists would emulate this type of movement, and I wish that this was something that would stay on the wall, that you could bring people later, at a later date. Go to that exhibit. It's up forever. It's all Black women. Yeah, what I'm saying? But that causes us to get our own institutions. You got museums where you can always see some white art. You could always see some or Black art that they stole. Let's be clear. That's in museums too. That a lot of, and then there's regular contemporary pieces that have been created over the years, but they're there forever. They're part of a system. So I think that's some of the institutions that we need to have too. Our young people need to be able to go somewhere, and it's not just something they see on television or something that is, it's a place that a destination where you can look at a astronaut, you can look at, all of these figures in our life, and then just regular people. I know, like me growing up, seeing things that I'm older now, but the janitor took a lot of time when we were in school with us, and I just think about that, and the people we had a lunch lady, and she, every time I come through, she gave me my extra fries. That was, she was always giving us little stuff. She was so sweet, but she know that she was just so into it, pouring into us in her way. The lunch lady, that type of thing. You know what I mean?
That's a great point. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great point. And that's actually something that I was talking to my ex-wife about. She was like saying, well, I know you had these celebrities, but what about the ordinary people?
The regulars.
And all that kind of stuff. Like, what about the mothers on welfare or something like that? Like the everyday struggling person. And I was like, I feel that. And my mother is in there. And I think
my mother is in there.
Yeah, it's like, and that's what I want people to see. I want them to see themselves in these images as well. And like, with my mother, like my mother is an ordinary person. Like, people talk about like the financial struggles that our people endure.
Sure.
That's my mother. Like I grew up, I wasn't born with no silver spoon in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it's like to be without. I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to be in a single parent household and all that kind of stuff in a impoverished community and stuff. I know what it's like. And so this is not just about like celebrating one category of woman or anything like that.
And that's important. Yeah. That's important. I think a lot, because to me, celebrities and this Hollywood, it's all fanatical. It's a fantasy that is thrown in front of us, and then they brushed up with money and all these other trinkets, but really it's not real. It's pure fantasy. And I think these celebrities are put on pedestals, and they really haven't done no work. They just use either their God-given talent, or they've been very lucky. One of the two, or someone allows them to be in a space with mediocre talent, because a lot of that's out there too in Hollywood. So I think a lot of times when we put them on these pedestals and we give them the space to inspire our children, they don't have enough depth. The depth is in my lunch lady. The depth is in the janitor. You know what I'm saying? The depth is in my mom, who struggled through her whole life. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with celebrity, not negating what they've done in their life. Excellent. But I think every day we're touching regular people. And when we look at these other people, we expect to get inspiration from other people who we never touch, or we might never touch. You get what I'm saying, Anson? I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel what you're saying. Like what I was thinking is like, I mean, it's one thing to honor like somebody that's accomplished something that you don't even know, like, but you gotta honor the people right there in your life. Honor them
in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we look over those people that are standing by our side every day, and inspiring us, supporting us, to support somebody else. Like that doesn't make sense. So I have to honor the people that are very important in my life, and that's part of what this exhibition is about as well. Like honoring my mother, my sister, my daughters, my other loved ones. And the people right here in the community doing the work. When the cameras are gone, they're doing the work. Like they're not in it for like any fame or anything like that. Whether it's 5 people there or 500 people there, they're still there on the ground doing the work. So that's why I salute people like Tawanda and Erica and stuff like that. And they are like representative of all the other people that people don't know about. So through their images, I'm celebrating all these other people too.
That's amazing. I didn't even know you did some local ladies. So that makes me more excited to see these pieces. I'm absolutely excited. You guys know he going to be on community camera. ASAKA going to be all over my community camera next week. Just get ready. I'm going to throw them all out. Because if you wasn't there, I'm going to make sure you're there. So we're going to definitely have some images of, because we had some images of the first show. I feel like I'm curating a story about your stuff, bro. We might need to talk a little, because I got some footage, and I'm going to, what I'm saying? Everything that since I've known you, when I met you, and you're so gentle. That's the thing about you. You're such a cool guy. You don't talk loud. So I would love to see you in court, because you are definitely a chill dude. So I cannot wait to see the fire you put on the canvas. I think that's really a way how you express yourself too. So is that a way that you kind of come out of your shell a little when you do art?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It's a way of expressing myself, like, and it's just like an extension of my like activism and stuff. Like,
sure.
So I definitely use it as a way to express myself. And we were talking about like Black venues and stuff like that, Black galleries. And, I can't go on without like acknowledging at least a couple of galleries that are real important here in Baltimore. And I encourage people to support them. The first one is the Black Genius Art Show. And it's right on Utah. So I encourage people to support that. I participated in a couple of competitions that they had, like live art painting competitions. It's important for us to support our own and celebrate our own. So I encourage people to look up the Black Genius Art Show. They have a Facebook page and an Instagram. I encourage people to support them. And also there's a gallery, the Gallery About Nothing, which is a good gallery as well, that has like regular events. I encourage people to support them as well.
The Gallery About Nothing. I got to check that out.
Right. And there's some other ones as well that I'm just learning about. Like I
think one the Chroma Gallery or something like that. Have you heard of that? Or
there's a great. I can't remember all the names, but like I went on a gallery tour, a few months ago, and I saw a few great Black. There's a lot of Black galleries here in Baltimore that need to be, that need the spotlight on them. More people need to know about them so that they can check them out and see these Black artists and Black images.
I think I'm going to make that my business is to visit, and if they let me take some images and kind of put it out there so people can see what they are, because I didn't even know, so, and that's what this platform is to bring that type of genius to the front. These people are, some of them are just tolling in a very light existence, and they have heavy work. They've done heavy work. And because we're not centered in society, we will run to the Museum of Art in a second. These guys that are resourced and really don't have a lot of our stuff in them. And I think that we need to check out Black art and Black galleries. That's where it's at for me.
Right. Yeah. Instead of like seeking approval from these gatekeepers, we need to create our own and build our own. Just like you created your own platform right here, like with your social media and news network, basically your own. Instead of like asking and begging somebody for space on their platform, you did your own, and that's what.
Bro, if I did that, they would say, "No, ma'am, sit your camel hat down somewhere." So let's be clear, Anson. Nobody was going to welcome me. So, sometimes you got to do it yourself, but it really wasn't about me. It's about me giving you this space. So that was number one for me, is who is going to allow me to center Black people. Only it would have to be me. And then once I say something that you don't like, then you want to censor me. So I can't censor and I'm censored. So we can't do nothing with you. We got to do our own stuff. And I'm not worried about being big. What I'm worried about is the platform being authentic or organic enough to keep attracting Black people. And if we do that, that's where we win. And a lot of people say, "Oh, Fox 45." Listen, I'm not worried about them, and I'm not a news show. I am a place for folks to bring their genius and set it down and let other folks appreciate it, and we need that. And that's what's most important than anything. And if I'm the one that have to be that vessel, then let me be that vessel. But they're going to censor and not center, and then we ain't doing that.
Yeah, like one of the things I appreciate about your work is you basically bring events to the people that people are not aware of, like a lot
That's
of
true.
community activities.
Yeah.
There's a lot of positive, great things happening in the
In
city,
Baltimore.
and it just doesn't get enough attention. And it's a great thing to have people like you bringing attention to these things.
And I appreciate that. And I want guys, please send to BlakBoxRadio@gmail. Send us your flyers. Send us what you're doing. And then you'll see I will pop up. I'll comes to your stuff. I can't come to everything, but I do go out in the community. My goal is you have to touch me. I'm accessible. And so I want to be in the community. So send us your stuff. Send us what you're doing. I know a lot of people, they send me stuff, Anson, and they want me to pay to get in. I don't think I'm doing that. So whoever sends me where I can come in and because they want me to pay to play. I don't know why we like that. I love our people. So I love us. So if you want us to come through, please hit us up on at BlakBoxRadio@gmail.com. We have also in our link tree, we have a job form where you can actually give us your information and put everything there, and then we can get in touch with you. We want to platform Black stuff, Black people, anything Black people are doing, because it's important for us to have a space that is about us. So, Anson, it's coming. It's getting closer, bro. It's Wednesday. So, you think you're gonna sleep the next few days?
It's just something else. I'm worked up. I'll just be
I know
glad when
you
that
are.
first day
I
is
know you
over
are.
with. Because it's like, you know how you plan for something and
Yes.
you're like, it's so far away. I don't have nothing. Then next thing you know,
Now
it's
it's
like right
here.
there.
You know how it centers itself, and you feel it coming. You on here. We know we got 3 days, and then the people who's coming to be a part of your invention. That's the thing about when you curate something. You think about it, you go out to do it, and then people buy in. They buy into being a part of your creation, and then it comes to life. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna be posted up. Nobody better tell me to move. I'm gonna tell you right now, Anson. Tell them right now, that's the box. Leave her alone. Let her do what she do. So I cannot wait. I'm going to see my girl Tawanda. I'm going to see Erica. I'm with Miss Rebecca. You got the singer, Miss Kim. I don't know the other one you said, the soldier. What was that?
This the Storage Unit Collective. They're a
Is.
band that regularly performs at Motor House. A
Okay.
great band. It's two women and a man in that band. So they're great. They're a great band. So
Storage Unit
it's gonna be
Collective.
something. I mean, what else? You got free entertainment, free food, free event.
You got
Great,
Black people.
art.
We're gonna put our stink on it. Them women is coming in there fresh. They're gonna kill you to death. You know what's about to go down. This is all women. So imagine all them apes walking through there. Y'all better come on through and see that game we about to put down. We about to put some game down. You know what I'm talking about, Anson. Let's keep it 100. Black women's gonna come in there killing the game. We're gonna stink it up. And that's what we do. So I cannot wait. I'm so excited that you're doing something to platform Black women, Black people, because when you platform Black women, it's all of us. We birth the world. So when Black people win, everybody win. I don't know why we're not getting that. But when someone birth you, it's just like your mother, that when she wins, you shall win. We fought for the world and we birthed it. So it's a beautiful thing to be platformed. It's a beautiful thing to be affirmed. And also me as a Black woman to be able to look at other Black women and feel inspired. And also just not have any hate. Just I want to see you do great. you know, and the women who have done great, who will be on the canvas, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm so excited. Thank you for doing this. Community camera next week gonna be fire, yo. That thing gonna be fire on top of fire. So Anson, thank you so much for Platform Black Women. I'm glad you went to Paris so that you came back with the seed, bruh. Yeah, you came back with something, you know, and you're an avid traveler.
Yeah, it's something I started doing recently. I'm determined to see the world. And I encourage everybody to travel as much as you can to see this world. Like we're here for a limited amount of time. Like we need to make the most out of it, man.
Absolutely. And when you expose your eyeballs and your mind, it's you see what he came back in to create. He creates something for us. So that's what exposure does. It takes you out of your box and it makes you tap into your creativity and understand we're the most creative beings in the world. We've created everything. So, and we forgot our creativity. We're waiting for somebody to feed us. We're waiting for somebody to give us art. We're waiting for somebody to create our clothes. We did it all first. Tap into your creativity, leave the States and see more than what America is putting out here. Because I promise you, they say it's the best, but you have the power to say what's the best for you, not somebody else. So see the world. Come, listen, if you can come to this reception Saturday, March 3rd at 3 o'clock. Right?
March 4th. Yeah,
March 4th. Pardon me. March 4th at 3 o'clock.
Yes.
The reception starts. It's going to be a CATSIA gallery. What's the address, Asaka?
It's 1 West Pennsylvania Avenue in Towson, Maryland.
So that's by the courthouse.
Right. Yeah, it is near the courthouse. It's not that far from the courthouse. It's like right in that area. Yeah, it's like right in the heart of downtown Towson.
Heart of downtown. Okay. So listen, I'll see you on Saturday for sure. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for coming on the platform again. This is your second time. Every time you do something, you need to drop yourself into the box. So make this a regular stop for you. And I am so honored to have you, but I'm also waiting to see what's next. You know, you're always creating. You're a very creative being, and I want to see what's next. I really do. So bless you.
I gotta thank you again. Like I really appreciate all that you do, and thank you again for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, and remember when you create, come see me, bro. Come set it down. Let's talk about it. So yeah, Black Boxes. We've had Anson ASAKA. He is the curator of an exhibition on Saturday. Please, if you can come out, come out. If you cannot come out, that's okay, because the art that he's created, which is new art, will be there for 31 days. Well, 30 days now. So to March 31st at CATSIA Gallery. And that's from Monday to Friday. No, from Tuesday to Saturday.
Right.
Tuesday on Sunday and Monday, right?
Right. That's right.
So from Tuesday to Saturday, you'll be able to view his exhibition, Black Women. And was it his Splendor and Glory? I don't want to say it wrong.
Right, that's right. The Black Queen in all her splendor and glory.
And all her splendor and glory. So if you do not get there for the reception, make sure you support the Black creative. Take your children. Take the girls. Take the boys too. They need to see Black women in a place other than a video. Okay? That Black women are doing great things other than dancing and shaking their tail, or got nails, or have weave, or we're doing more than that. So please support Black creatives, support Black Box Radio. We appreciate everyone tonight, and we boxed up and out. Let's get them deuces, Anson. Get them deuces, bro. That's right. Don't go nowhere. Good night, guys.